Yes. Hello, 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 everyone. It's Kim from K&RP here in southeastern Manitoba. It is a beautiful sunshiny day, last day of February. It is currently minus 22 degrees Celsius, minus 32 with the wind chill. So that's what it feels like. So that's BRF, which means that is minus 8 Fahrenheit, feels like minus 26. So it's brisk out there. So look who's here to play today. We've got Jean and Beth. Hey, nice to see you guys here. Jen and Anne and Susan. Susan, look. This is my January. My January is finished. We had above zero. Like Tuesday when I streamed, it was +2. And today it's minus 32. Like, what the heck? What the heck, guys?
Oh, that's beautiful.
I'm doing one of those temperature blankets. So every day I'm taking the temperature at noon, the extreme, like with the wind chill or whatever. So we had one day in the pluses in January. So that's kind of wild, but definitely I'm having fun with that. Thank you, Susan. Good morning, Belinda. It's morning where Belinda is right now. And
hi, everybody.
Hiya.
Come on in.
Yeah, come on in to play. We're watercoloring.
Kick your shoes off. Prop your puppies up there. Prop them up. Sit back and relax.
Yeah. As my mom used to say, park your carcass. Come on in and park your carcass. Isn't that beautiful? I'm going to make Jean big. Look at this. Look at this.
I know it.
I did this in a live with Kim one day. I mean, we were watercoloring. And it took me a few days to get to it, to do the doodles and outline, because I didn't really like it.
She didn't. You should have heard her.
I love it now.
It's awesome.
And this was Kim's contribution. I didn't know what I wanted to do there, but she decided that's what I should do. So that's what I did.
I just threw that at you.
I know, but
then you've added the rocks. Like, come on. That wasn't just me.
No, it wasn't just you, but this was your suggestion, and I liked it. And
I would have made a real maze down there. I would have made a real one.
It is a maze.
A real maze. Is there a one way through it?
Yeah, but I'm not going to hunt for it.
That's
when my
you
eyes
to know and you to find out, huh?
I mean, it's one continuous line.
Yeah.
There might be other little lines stuck in, but it's one continuous line.
I love it.
Me too.
Sometimes I'd leave a bigger gap than I wanted, so I'd go in and just add a little line. But yeah, it's pretty much a continuous line.
It's
and
awesome.
my screw up on it, I fixed. Yeah. When I first outlined this, I went right over the tree roots. So I put a shrub there, and so then I put them in other places, and yeah.
See?
So, Kim, which is your favorite house?
Which is my favorite house?
Uh-huh.
I don't know. There are too many to choose from. I really like this one, and I'm pointing. We do this to each other. Jean and I.
The screen, aren't you? You're touching the screen.
Green. It's the 4th one from the right. The one that's blue and pink and purple and green, like the stack of them there.
Cool. This is my favorite one.
That's your favorite one, peeking out?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
And I don't know how this happened, but this looks like a circle right there.
It does. It really does. That's awesome.
So, okay. I just wanted to share that. I have worked on my other thing we did. It's in here somewhere.
The pillar.
Hi, Anita. Yeah. Hi, Sharon.
Yeah, I think I might actually fill the rest of this in with boxes.
I did that.
I really do, because to me this doesn't look finished. Either that or just do all black and white stripes or something around it. But
yeah.
Anyway, all right. That's all my show and tell for today.
So Beth is making her sky blacker. I did
want to do the storyline, And I
Okay.
said I would wait to do it this week. Didn't do it on my own, but it's going to be a nighttime story up here, like
Awesome.
the original girl did in this
Yeah.
that we got the idea from.
So I colored all the squares in. I didn't like the way the watercolor pencil didn't flow nice for me. So I completely colored in the squares and I went back and rewatered it and I still don't like it. So
Oh, did you see my cute little paintbrush holder?
oh, he's wonderful.
He holds 3 paintbrushes.
Perfect.
I don't use him very often because I kind of forgot where he was. But he made his way back home, so we're good.
Cool. So this is the one I'm doing. And slow but sure, it's coming along. Just doodling in every block. You love my honesty? Yeah. You know what, Anita? I didn't find the colors punchy enough for me. And I am having... they're squares, right? I like circles. I use squares and straight lines in a lot of things, but for the most part, I like circles. So I think that right now, the way I'm feeling with it being January and whatever cold out, I'm looking more circles because they're more comforting. They don't have those sharp edges like squares or rectangles, right? Does that make sense to anybody other than me in my own silly? Go over them in markers? I could.
It doesn't need to make any more sense than you. You are the main one.
Yeah.
You
Well,
are all that matters.
I was
So
thinking
I'm
of doing...
going to start another watercolor.
Hi,
And
Tony. Welcome.
I don't know what to... I want to use different colors. So I'm going to ask the box to tell me what colors to use.
Oh, cool. And then I've got this one started. You can see the circles are there. That was supposed to be watercolor pencil. They didn't smudge out when I used watercolor on them. Like, I just might not be doing my watercolor pencils properly. And then I watched a lady that said, you put your colors down, you let them get really wet, you leave them really wet, and then you put paper towel over them, and you put color on the paper towel. And it's supposed to leach through. But it didn't necessarily do that because my paper towel was really, really thick. I should have just had a single layer of paper towel. But look at the texture from the paper towel.
I like it. It's like clouds.
It's wild. So anyway, I've got that one to doodle on too. Oh, yeah, you guys know. Can't just have one project. Okay, guys. Jean's waiting for you guys to throw colors at her. Ready, set, go.
Shades of blue.
That's my least favorite color.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
No, Jean's not a... Scan it.
Because it includes blue and purple and green.
And says red.
Did red go with purple?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was leaning towards... red was a thought in my mind, and so was purple.
Well, you've got red.
Redhead
you've got
Society
purple,
girls wear
yellow,
red and purple.
yellows,
Yeah.
pinks, and greens. Look at
Yellows
them,
and
orange.
pinks and greens and orange. I do that all the time.
Yeah.
So red, I never use red. So we're going to start with red. I
All
never
right.
use red.
Here we go. Yeah, Belinda, I do me. It's just, I don't know. I just don't. So I don't know what I'm going to do at the top. The original lady that we followed this from mentioned her last week. She ended up putting like a little house and trees up there and a door. Laura, hi, sweetheart. I miss you.
Hi, Miss Laura.
I saw her first. Sorry. Okay. See, this is how prepared I am. I don't even have a glass of water on my desk.
I actually got all of my water paint containers
Excellent.
filled this morning.
All right. I need to get some water. I'll be right back.
This still isn't very red.
I know.
Maybe I don't have a good red. Let me look at my other ones.
Why do I need water? Okay, those of you guys who know me and have followed me for a while, I've been talking about this thing that I did for a lady. We were doing a swap, and I got it back from the post office twice saying that the address was wrong. And I confirmed it with her and everything, and it came back the second time address was wrong. But we had swapped stuff prior to that. So I just used the same address. Anyway, I got back the second time, and she didn't reciprocate, so I just kept it. I found it because I'm cleaning. So I have to show you guys. It was a Halloween swap we were doing, and they were on 8x8. Yeah, I know. Very weird. Very weird. So I'm going to go big for me because I got to show you. So I did an entire page of Franken paper, and I outlined everything in red, and then I did stitches on it. So it looks like and I did Franken.
That looks good.
And pumpkins and eyeballs, of course, right? So then I've got, of course, Sorry and Nina, the cemetery, but this was my favorite. Look at candy corn and the rockets. Oh yeah,
The rocket.
You know, like the Rockettes. You know, the fancy one. Yeah. So of course, you know, and she's on a licorice pole, and then I did a sugar skull. But anyway, 21, and like I've got it back twice, so I'm gonna keep it.
Well, if she can't, there's got to be something.
Yeah.
Where does she live?
In BC.
Okay.
British Columbia.
Well,
But yeah, no, like I say, the first time we swapped, got stuff, not a problem. And then we decided to do this outside of the group that we were both in. And like I say, I feel bad, but you know, you can only send stuff in the mail so many times before you say, that's it, done. Yeah, it wants to be with you.
I see Belinda said, do I have a Christmas red? And I really don't think so. This one here I just found might be the closest. But now it doesn't look good with the other one. So
Yeah, reds swear at each other sometimes, eh? Like it's just bizarre. Especially if one's more on the orangey side and the other ones are on the like the cool and the warm, I find really aren't happy together.
yeah. This is into the magentas really.
Magenta was in the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Those of you who are unaware. So how is everybody? What do you guys all have planned for the weekend?
Not a thing here.
Yeah, warm and cool colors together make mud. Yes, they do. I can attest to that. What kind of paper are you using? Sherry, who are you asking, hon?
If you're asking me, it's in my art journal, which is mixed media paper. And I am really not liking this at all. But that's the thing. I want it out of my comfort zone. And maybe when it dries, it'll be better. And if it's not, then...
Jean, do you have any old Christmas cards or old? Do you collect, use and reuse your cards or anything?
Not really.
Because I was thinking, my great aunt. I was fortunate enough to get like her old stationery and cards and
Mm-hmm.
Christmas cards, and she had some of the most unusual for Christmas cards. They were so different, and they were old school, and you would see like red and pink on a Christmas card,
Mm-hmm.
unusual colors like that. And I thought, well, if you had a card, some kind of a greeting card that you go through your cards, and you like that color scheme, and you just use that as your inspiration.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And but she would always have these, a Christmas mouse or something. And growing up, everything we had was Santa Claus, and because there was five of us kids, so ours were more cartoonish, whereas she had fancier ones.
Yeah.
And she played bridge, and so I got all of her old napkins, and I've just about given them all away. I don't have hardly any left of her stash, but that was a treat to get those.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Very unique. Hi,
Okay.
Joe. Joe's in the house.
Hi, Joe.
Hi,
Laura's
ladies.
cleaning this weekend. Tony's working on a new challenge. Ooh, what kind of a challenge? Throw it out. Throw it out here. Not that I need another project, but I'll play. Anne's been cleaning and prepping for Sunday. I haven't even thought about Sunday yet. Linda likes a deep red along the lines of a black cherry red. Yes, yes, yes. Sherry said all of you. I'm not sure what that referring to.
You asked her what kind of paper we were using.
Oh, okay.
She asked us.
Right. I'm using a sketchbook, a dollar store sketchbook that I'm using. That is what I'm using. Laura asked Anne what's happening Sunday. She agrees with Melinda about the cherry red. So do I. Susan says that's very Valentine, Jean. Actually, now it actually looks a little bit gory. Linda says, hi, Joe. And Anina is back.
Hi, Linda. Hi, Kim.
Kim, look what I got. I got the coloring cluckers.
Oh, cluckers.
The cluckers. And they're all
I have to do it. A group of chicken, the mother cluckers.
Oh, my.
Sorry,
we did chicken art last night.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I've done chickens, not just my little chickens, but I do have a fairy challenge. Okay.
I will probably continue cleaning out and
That's what I'm doing. Cleaning.
packing boxes and getting rid of stuff. Because that seems to be what I'm the best at right now.
Well, I've been cleaning because I'm looking for something, madly looking for something. I got a series of cluckers, 2 boxes. She's not listening to me.
Cute.
I did a whole series of goofy chickens. This is when I was doing my original Goonie Birds. I think I have to revamp these.
You're a good doodler, girl.
They almost be good for coasters.
Yeah.
We were coasters until I got a hold of them.
The chickens look like they come from the same father,
Yeah, yeah.
but they look like a happy chicken.
Well, they were all from the same hen house.
Oh, all from the same hen house.
And then these were my original Goonie birds. I'm a little feral today. Sorry,
Either want
guys.
something to eat or something to go out.
Yeah,
So
either
these
one.
were my original Goonie birds.
There's the guinea bird.
And they've evolved into what they are now, but these were the very first ones.
Come on. You know what?
Yeah, they have definitely evolved. Hey, where's Bob? There's Bob. Miss Bob. There we go.
Cute. You're very good.
Now I have to work. Yeah, we get together. Feral Artist Group gets together on Sundays, Laura. This weekend we're doing vintage. Vintage.
And I
don't
have a stash, but I don't know where I did with it.
does not like vintage. Does not do vintage. It's going to be interesting.
I really, really don't like this.
Yeah, kind of gory. You need some eyeballs.
What about putting some blue in there?
Sure, some blue would pull it out because blue and red make purple, right? So that would be
Yeah, I just stuck my paintbrush in the clean water.
oh, hey, I do that. Is there a difference like between water? You have a clean water and a muck water? Is that what you have?
Well, I have one that's dirtier than the other because sometimes when I want to just add water, I want a cleaner water.
Okay.
I think this is definitely toning down. I don't know. You know what? It's paper and paint.
Yeah, Laura, you can come to play. I can send you the link. Susan said add a bit of yellow.
Well, it can't hurt.
Now,
Okay. My poor yellow is almost empty.
I know. I've been using an awful lot of yellow lately too. I might have to actually go and buy some new watercolor thingies. Goodness. Hey, Dana. Nice to see you.
Who thought I could do just one color or two colors? I don't know what I was
That's
thinking.
an ugly yellow, Jean. That's not. It's. I guess it's mixing with the other stuff. It's going kind of that bronzy green mustardy.
I like it.
Mm,
My yellows probably are kind of dirty in my pan. I am putting them on purples because there's,
and that'll go brownish.
but it does tone down the, and I want the whites in here. That's the thing. I want the whites.
Spatter it. Spatter it. I think that's if you spatter, it'll tone everything down, won't it?
I don't know, but you guys are asking for colors I don't have. Susan says a deep yellow. Let me see. see what this yellow works like.
I'm running out of ideas for what to do here, is what I'm running out of.
All right, let's try this yellow. And see, you don't see the yellow unless it's on the white. And I wanted to save some of the white.
Your horse.
Okay, I quit. I'm going home.
I don't want to play with you anymore.
I don't love it, but I think I can work with it.
Yeah, we did robots a long time ago. That's something we haven't played with for a while, Jean.
No, we haven't. Oh, that would have been a good red. Looks like blood. I think the blue helped the most.
I've got my robots here too. I know I got my robots here someplace. I have such a bit of stuff to scan in, guys. My goodness. Oh, I thought they were there. Maybe they aren't.
I have no idea where to look for my doodle book.
No?
No, I've looked everywhere books are stored at my house.
Here's the robots. Let's take one of the shiny stuff. Here's the robots.
Cool. All right. Whether I like it or not, I'm calling it done. Not my color schemes, but
Oh, that's wild.
it'll tone down with the doodles.
Oh, definitely. Are you going to do this? Oh, she's got a thing up. Look at all these ladies with their fancy dancing heat gun things. I actually have a heat gun now too. Ron was kind enough to let me take his heat gun from the shop. Okay, so who else has stuff happening this weekend? Laura's cleaning and getting ready for Sunday. I'm gutting my house. I have to find that form that I need. And I put it someplace safe because we all do that. Yeah, Jean had a lot of fun making her robots.
You know what I ended up having to do when I had to do that? Because I had to have it for the new driver's license.
Yeah.
I ended up going when I was at home. I went to the courthouse and paid for a copy.
Yeah, well, if I go to our Office of Vital Statistics, where all our stuff is stored, it's going to cost me $125.
Oh my gosh! It cost me $1.50 for a photocopy.
Yeah, well, and it could take 6 to 8 weeks. So
wow.
Guess who would much rather gut her entire house? Because there's
Yeah.
someplace in this house. That's all I know. You're playing with watercolors? Awesome. I was playing with watercolors too yesterday. No. Yeah, yesterday. When I was supposed to be cleaning. That's when I tried
Joe,
that paper towel stuff. Yeah. Yeah, Laura. I'm looking for my wedding certificate, my marriage certificate.
Maybe you're not really married.
Well, you never know. I've got the certificate, but I don't know where I put it. And it's because my birth certificate and my driver's license have different last names on them.
So you have to prove that who you were born as is still who you are.
Yeah. Yeah. But the thing is, because being adopted, like this is just a nightmare. Don't even whatever. Yep.
that's right.
Uh-oh. Joe riling them girls up again.
It's not at my house.
Oh. Mail's in, Jean? Oh, she muted. So yeah.
Well, Joe was so proud when we got married. He framed it and put it on the wall. So
That's cool.
yeah, he said, I guess, I kind of had a track record, so he was making sure it was going to stay put.
Awesome.
And it's funny, we've had to use it. What did we use it for? I think when we moved down here, when we did the cars and the boat, and I think we had to have proof of who we were
Yeah.
to get a new driver's license.
Oh my.
Because you have to, if you have to get it within 30 days if you've moved down here, or you get penalized.
Okay. Hey, Becca. Yeah, but I sent them my birth certificate, my adoption papers for my original birth and the change of name for that. Driver's license. Yeah. Ooh, wow, Laura. That's crazy. Wow.
So then you could make up one and have it be as old as you want to be.
Yeah. Or as young.
How old
Well,
you
that's
want
what
to
I
be?
meant. Sort of.
I don't know, Belinda. It's probably someplace on my desk. We'll never find it. How you doing, Becca? You're playing watercolor and doodles. We're finishing off this stuff.
You guys, I made a new pen can last night. Don't tell Dana, but I decorated a pencil can, and look how cute it turned out to be.
It is cute.
Dana gets mad at me because I got all these cans.
I got to show you something really funny. So,
Sorry,
my
Dana.
my husband has
Here, open this for me.
this thing about toilet paper rolls. He doesn't like it when I save them. But I have this cool thing for my pencils,
Yeah.
and I can't stand them to fall over. It drives me nuts.
Yeah.
So I have been saving toilet paper rolls, and then I can put them in a bundle of toilet paper rolls, especially the short stubbies,
Oh, yeah.
So I still get to use my pretty container, and they don't fall over.
Perfect.
That's a good thing.
Yeah. Well, I've got a mishmash of stuff on my desk. I've got Motorrad from car part things. They're nice little boxes. They hold just a nice amount of pens or pencils, whatever, right? I like them. And they're easier for me to haul up and down the stairs. Then I've got huge yogurt containers, which I also haul up and down the stairs. I've got this big beast that Ron turned for me. That's where all our Sunday sticks are. Hey, Monica, how are you, honey? Okay. Have a good meeting. And then I've got all these little ice cube tray things with lids on them because I have little bits of flowers. And
I've never seen an ice cube tray with lids.
oh, I've got 3 of them. They're fantastic for my bits.
Now I need one, but no. Do you know how many empty containers I have floating around here?
Yeah.
Oh,
I like those, so it's easier. It's just been in one area. I made crackers on Sunday. The reason I made crackers is because my elder daughter has decided that my husband needs to turn French rolling pins so that she can sell them. So he made 3 French rolling pins, and because he laminated one, he said that I had to test it out to see how well it worked. Well, I wasn't about to make cookies because we don't need cookies. So I made a couple of batches of crackers.
I had to look up what a French rolling pin was when you said that.
It's a stick. It's a shaped stick. It looks like a great big long.
Yeah, I've got one of those. My other one I had since I was like 18 years old. It finally fell apart.
Yeah. So the handles come off, right?
Yeah,
Those because the metal gets wet, they rust. That rots the wood. The
Yeah.
handles come off.
that's what happened.
So anyway, he made beautiful rolling pins. He did one out of maple, one out of ash from an ash tree in our yard, and then he did one out of walnut and maple. So that's the one I get to keep and play with. Yeah. So yeah, I made crackers. My kids didn't come over because one set of them are still not well, and if they're not well, yeah,
They're not welcome.
pretty much. Please
I
stay home.
understand that.
Please stay home with your germs. Yes.
Oh, crud.
It's not that I don't want to see them or anything, but with my breathing issues, I certainly don't need to get any of these colds or anything that are going on.
That's right.
Oh, that's pretty, Sherry. Sherry's playing along. She's watercoloring.
Awesome.
The more the
Please
merrier.
don't dream big. Okay.
I wish you'd stop making me big. I can't get any bigger, and I'll have to buy all new clothes.
Sorry. Blame it on the people in the audience.
Well, what else could we possibly say?
Solo. Here's your art solo. How's that?
Okay, I'm just giving you a hard time, Kim.
I know.
Well, of course.
I'm gonna think of something totally off the wall when we do this.
Large.
Oh, Laura, yeah, my kids are really good about that. I can show Sherry's. Okay, let me get the tablet running here. Do, 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 do.
Yeah, I like that. Center stage.
Center. Oh, exit stage left. I like it. Right? I like it. All right. Jean's making circles. Kind of like the solo thing too, though. You want to see Jean's colors? They're wild.
Yeah, they are definitely not my normal. Looks a whole lot different in person than it does on screen.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, let me just turn the brightness up because I never have my brightness on full. Okay, who's Sherry's? Oh, I'm gonna go big for a minute. I'm showing
Okay.
Sherry's artwork. Can you see it? You got the reflection of my lights overhead. I don't know how to. And there's me reflected. Woo! That's scary. But that's pretty, isn't it? The colors? Almost
Uh-huh.
like a rainbow. Awesome, awesome, Sherry. She says her colors are still wet. And I was saying, I have a heat gun now. Becca and Laura, do you guys sit on sheepskin rug things? Oh, I guess that would be really hot where you guys are. Never
Yeah,
mind.
it depends. It could cause sweating
Yeah,
and skin breakdown.
yeah. Like I know that when I
They
was
have these really cool air breathable foam cushions that
almost
they
like gel
sell.
cushions, yeah,
They're breathable, like
yeah. No, it's just I was telling my sister that she needs to be sitting on sheepskin.
My uncle that was paralyzed was on sheepskins and it didn't, after a while, it didn't help.
Yeah,
I think variety. When you have to sit on your bum, you have to shift.
well, it's not
Right.
that she has to sit on her bum all the time, but because she's under 100 pounds, well under 100 pounds now, um, pressure sores. I'm thinking,
Yep.
with
The bones. Mm-hmm.
yeah, just
They
skin
sure
and
will.
bones that she needs something better. Than
Yeah.
you don't be that good. Okay, adjustable air cushion. Okay,
Yeah. And they have some now that they blow up and then they release and
yeah.
uh, up
Hey,
and down.
Colleen, welcome.
They have those for the beds because you have to have a plug.
Yeah. No, I was just wondering if it was much different. But like you say, with the sweating and stuff, like your temperatures are so much higher than ours, especially right now.
I've got to find my vintage package. And,
Exactly, Laura. Exactly.
and sent me some
Up and
vintage.
down randomly. Up and down randomly. Those are always fun. down randomly. Wow, that's a chunk of change.
Maybe it's here.
You guys notice that I use a large economy size mug for that. I don't get my brush in my water or in my cup. That is crazy expensive.
Okay, now I need.
Kim, you want to put us all on screen, or you
Oh
just?
yeah. Sorry.
I thought maybe you just wanted to be the star of the show today.
No,
Well, you could
I'm
be.
in the zone. I'm in the zone. Sorry, guys. Yeah, no, it's got a really nice wide base like that. We've got a ceramic studio shop thing where you can go in and paint the greenware. So we did that from work one day as a, you know, team building. That's it. Team building day. Yeah.
I'm sure glad I filled all my water containers because they're both dirty now.
Muck water. Muck water. Do you guys see that? Muck water.
I don't like it as much as you do.
I like muck water. I don't like muck water from watercolors. It's not as nice as acrylic muck water.
Yes, and all mine is watercolors.
Yeah. See, now I want to put circles on that other one.
I think you should, because you like the circles, and then you can still have the squares as an accent.
Okay, I'm going to add circles. Because I'm all over the world today. Can you tell?
Uh-huh.
I'm having difficulty focusing. Okay. One is clear, the other is muck water. That makes sense. I don't normally do that. I just have muck water and more muck water.
Yeah, I have a clear and a muck water, but my clear has become muck water, so. But it's not completely, it's not as bad as the ones I washed down the sink.
Oh, there's a bigger one. That one. Yeah, this could be interesting with the circles and stuff. I'm cheating. I'm using a stencil today. Instead.
I use both.
How's yours coming along? Oh, lovely dragonfly. Is that a die cut, Beth?
Yes, somebody sent it to me in some Happy Mail.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
I like Happy Mail. I'm just not very good in returning. So
Take
I
care, Nina. Have a good night. Wow, Laura. Crazy.
Okay. I think I hear thunder.
Thunder.
On a cloud in the sky. So it's got to be a tractor trailer.
I think I'm getting carried away with my circles again. I noticed that on the last one. I got really carried away with the number of circles I had.
have a lot on this one too, and I'm okay because I like them.
I like them too, but
Okay.
I think making the going back over and painting on top of it, I think that's what makes it.
I think so too. Like that first layer that we put down, you can barely see it half the time.
Mm-hmm.
Have I missed a spot? You can't really see anyway. We'll do it. We'll just do it. Oh, I could do partial one here. There.
I need a great big lazy Susan to put my work on,
Yeah.
but I don't have.
one. I have one. Where is it?
I don't have the space to when I'm working really.
Yeah.
When
Where are you going to put your ink and your stamps and your paint?
I know.
No, like when I painted that big cabinet, I've got. Where is that? Now I have to go look. See, here you guys go again. Leave me off down the rabbit hole.
It's our fault.
What?
It's our fault.
Yeah, it is. Lucky, I found it.
Are you married again? Oh no, you found a lazy Susan.
Pardon?
It wasn't your certificate. It was a lazy Susan.
Yeah. All right. Guess who's painting now? We're not getting anything done because we're making more of stuff. More of stuff. I can start with this. Let's get rid of the keyboard. There, look, I got lots of room. Ah. See, my sister has a wheelchair now, It's really nice and small. They got it because they figured she would be able to use it. She's not in a wheelchair all the time, but they figured that it was small and light enough that she could take it in and out of the trunk herself. But it doesn't have handles for anybody to push her, which now,
That's what Becca has because she doesn't want anybody to push her.
yeah,
She wants to keep her strength.
yeah,
She didn't want to give in to that.
no, which makes sense.
Because people come up right behind you, she says, and they just start wanting to push you. And it's like, no, 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 no. I don't need any pushing.
Yeah.
And it is. It's offensive. And it's the same thing with dogs. You're not supposed to go up and go ahead and pet somebody's dog if
Oh,
especially if they're a service dog. You
oh
have to
yeah, definitely not.
ask permission. Oh, look, I found some funny money.
All right.
You
Paper
know,
money. It even says paper money on it.
Yeah.
some people even go up and touch pregnant women's bellies.
I know.
Yeah. When when I was young, I lived down in Texas, on the Mexican border, and people would and I had like blonde hair, highlights and blonde hair, and my hair was really really light, and people would come up and touch my head. It's like, what? They wanted to, they it was good luck to touch
Oh,
blonde hair in the
interesting.
Mexican traditions.
Oops.
There was only one pregnant belly I touched without asking, and that was my daughter's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was only one of my daughters. My other one would have probably punched me. Oh, take care, Zen. Jen,
Honey,
thanks for coming.
got $100 bills now.
Ooh, Bethy's rich.
I've got a collection of money. I've got toilet paper money and napkins and Monopoly, and I give them. I usually give it away.
Wow, another box of scraps. What's it? I didn't say that. I said nothing.
Boy, that is some wild color.
Oh, yeah. And that would just be creepy. Wow, Jean, I love that.
That's beautiful, Jean. I don't know what you are complaining about.
It looks like a rainbow popsicle puked on my page.
Melted popsicles.
Yeah.
Did I get any Happy Meal, Joe?
No, not today.
Oh, such a sad day. This goes out into the mailbox too.
You got what it is. Like,
Oh, I got this.
That's yours.
Got a new catalog.
Talk about that.
Oh,
Got a
catalog.
new flower catalog. Look at them. They might be fun to check out.
Beautiful.
These catalogs are free. If you need any flowers, they've got pretty flowers to cut out. Look at this one here. I think I've got one of these in the backyard somewhere.
It's over here on the side yard.
Thanks, Becca.
So pretty.
Bring
All
your
right.
fuzzy, hun. And she's not listening anyway.
Free
Nice
bricks,
catalog.
and it's bricks and Spring Hill. And you just go online and ask them for a free catalog, and you'll get it. This is coming together pretty nicely, I have to admit. Kim, do you remember? Do you remember that she had the lady that did this?
Yeah,
We got the idea from. She had a storyboard at the
she
very top.
did. She
Okay,
did.
so you'll have to let me know, but I think I'm gonna put this on there too.
Let's make
So
that big.
let me show you.
Here we go. Beth.
I haven't.
Oh,
I
center
haven't.
stage.
I haven't. I've got one thing that I haven't put down yet, and I think I am going to put it down. But anyway, here's all my doodle pillars of doodles, and you see I got a ladder going up to this one, and this little boy climbed up to the top of this pillar, and he's sitting. He's sitting
Awesome.
there. And then I got a few other little choice things up here in the night scene. It's kind of like on the rooftops. And I got a lady over here observing the star formations. And then I got this mermaid. But doesn't she look like she belongs
She
swimming up in
definitely,
there?
she definitely. You know, it'd
And
be
I
really
like her right
cool.
there, but I'm tempted to put her over here.
You know, it'd be really cool if you had her swinging on a star.
Yeah.
Well, she could swing from the dragonfly's tail.
Oh, she could.
Oh gosh. She's got an arm up there.
Yeah.
That's her antenna for her house.
It could be.
And then this page is done. Voila.
That's awesome, Beth. That turned out really nice.
And I just found some Happy Mail that was in my stash. And I got and this little mermaid came from Janet Nash.
Awesome.
She cut it out of a magazine and sent it to me.
You know, Beth, you were talking about your fountain pen would clog up a little bit. And as I was working on something this past week, I thought to myself, you know, if you touch your watercolors, they feel kind of chalky.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I've been wiping mine down once they're dry, and my pen's a lot smoother.
They don't clog up. I got you.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
My fountain pen, it picks up the residue of the dried paint.
Yeah.
And it gets a little fuzzy ball on there, and I just wipe it off. I keep a tissue.
Yeah.
But I used it again today, and I love it. I still like my fountain pen. So
I love my fountain pen.
I need to get.
I just need to put a date on this little puppy, and we're out of here. We'll go to the next page.
All right.
I don't like my choices of pens that I have out for doodling, but they're all almost dead, and I'm bound and determined to use them till they're done, then throw them away and get out some new ones because I have other ones. I did throw a paint marker away yesterday.
I've been throwing stuff away. I've been very good about if something's out, gone. And even when Jean and I were just chatting and playing yesterday, because next week we're doing junk embroidery on Jean's channel. Next Friday we're going to be on Jean's channel, everybody. So yeah, I actually threw out the bits of stuff left over from what I was cutting out.
Two of those pegs.
I have been major destashing. I bet I have
They're on the
4 tubs of my stuff
my pottery.
that I'm wanting to get rid of.
Those sticks, those pegs.
Oh.
I need two drill.
And I have.
I've got the
I found some books.
2 of those in the drill.
I probably have.
Same size.
I don't even want to venture a guess at how many how-to books on jewelry and different things that I'm going to be selling soon. I just don't know where and how, but I'm going to.
Awesome. Yeah, this Lazy Susan idea is great. I love it.
Well,
I
I have
know.
one somewhere, but I'm not sure where it's at.
Anne says it would be great if we could all get together and have a junk swap.
Oh. Okay, so we have Virginia, or we have Anne, and then we have Kim up here in Nowhere Land. And then I think I'm right here, and Laura's right here.
And
That's the ones I know.
Jean and Beth. Beth's in Florida.
So she's over here. So somewhere right here.
Becca's in Texas.
Okay. Well, Becca and I are close.
Belinda is in California.
Okay. I should print a map and put everybody where they're at and see what would be a central location. Right now, it's looking like Great Bend, Kansas.
So I got this pegboard I have here, and I've got everybody in. A lot of people in my group are already on here. I'm down here
Center
in Florida.
stage, Beth.
Can you see the Florida down here? I've got to. I got to move everything around on my desk because the map is too big.
Kim,
What?
center stage, Beth.
And then I think this is where Kim is in Manitoba.
Yeah, way up there.
She's right here.
Yep.
And
We're awfully close to this border.
I know, I'm like 60 kilometers, 60 miles away from the border.
Mm-hmm.
so,
But I don't have a passport.
here.
And I can't get a passport without my marriage certificate.
And clear down here is where Ann lives, and I live, and Dana lives,
Yeah.
and Lizzie Brewer lives. And I've got another one in here that I just met this week, but I ran out of pens.
Okay.
I got some more punch pens. So I was going to get an RV and map out a track, to make a big circle of some sort and see everybody.
I'm guessing the black one, the pen that's in the panhandle of Texas, is Lisa.
Yes, this is Lisa.
The reason I know that is because I'm just right down there. If you could see where my finger is in New Mexico, just right almost at the corner. I'm in Hobbs. It's.
I can't see your hand right now, but.
Okay, Jean, you're up. Where's your hand? Oh, you're not even on the screen.
She's pointing to the screen again.
Yes.
Okay, Beth's back. Center stage.
Okay. You know where the corner of New Mexico and Texas, right? And just go up a little ways, and Hobbs is right in there somewhere.
I see it. Hobbs.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So you also have to add Sherry, who is right beside me. You could just put two pins together for Sherry.
Yeah, Sherry. Yeah.
And that's where Barbara Chicken Pot Pie Society also is.
Yeah.
And Janine. And then
Shannon
is in Ottawa.
You see, some of my pins fell off. It was just sticking over here on the slot by the desk, and some of my pins have fallen off because I have two people in Oregon, and I've got Barbara Clark and Kitty Jens down here in California, and I've got another girl over in Los Angeles that I know. I don't think I have anybody in Nevada or Idaho. I've got somebody in Utah now, but I don't think I have anybody in Wyoming or Montana, North or South Dakota. Mary Altier lives in Nebraska. And then I do have somebody in Colorado. That's Jen Wren.
Cool.
And Becca's down here.
Jean, sorry. Anne's asking you a question.
Oh, I'm sorry. I put it on full screen so I
Oh,
could see everything.
So that's my little map I've
all right.
played with over the years, and I do have another one of the world that has all those other places.
Cool.
I am a few hours from Alamogordo. When we go to Las Cruces, we go through Alamogordo.
I had a friend in Las Cruces. We used to
If
play word games together.
if my kids were not in Texas, I would move to Las Cruces. I like it a lot. Tony lives in Boise, Idaho.
Cool. Did you get that, Beth?
I have to go and I have to get me some more stick pins, and I can get it out Saturday night when I have more time to. And I look people up and find out exactly where they are, so I can put the pin in the right place, on which side of the hobs. You might be up above the hobs or below the hobs. On that road.
I am 4 miles from Texas,
All right.
so I live in two time zones. Hi, Barbara.
Hey, Barbara, nice to see you.
I was just talking about Barbara. She lives in Eureka. We was just talking, or I was just thinking about you, Barbara. I had my map out.
Because we're trying to figure out a good place to get together so we can swap all our junk.
The only thing is, I'm coming in a. I'm gonna come on a bicycle, so I can't take anything home with me.
You see, I was going to get an RV, and we were going to track and travel to your house, and I'd park right out front and invite you out for lunch and a craft day, and we would just exchange baggies, a little baggie.
Okay, I have some 2.5 gallon baggies. Will that work?
Yes, that would be perfect.
I have to get rid of this stuff. I do not want to live to be 300.
I know. I'm feeling the same way.
Drill this out.
It's amazing how much stuff I have thrown out since I've started looking for my marriage certificate. You guys have no idea.
That's
Where
the
am
best
I
way.
keeping this?
In my opinion, that's the best way to throw things away. Is when you're looking for something you really need or want, and you see all this other crap in your way.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
like, oh, it's got to go.
it does. It does have to go.
I moved another box to my bedroom because my bedroom is huge. I mean, I could put 3 queen size beds in there without them touching. And
I guess that's the master bedroom, huh?
yeah, yeah. And so as I put it in there, I thought, I can't wait to go through all this and see if I'm really going to keep it. I mean, really going to try to sell it or throw it away. Because, and even when I look for something, I'm like, why am I still keeping this? There's still a lot. I have a stack, about a 12-inch high stack of Somerset Studio magazines that I'm doing nothing with.
I'll take one of those. I just need one.
They're great collage material, but I'm just not even doing that lately.
But you might.
Well, that's one of the things I probably wouldn't give up. But I tend to work just in my jewelry and watercolor and doodles. That's what I like. That's what, you know. We'll see.
Yeah. I have far too many things that I like to do. I think that's my biggest problem, but that's my ADHD, right? Because one day I can absolutely love doing one thing and the next day don't even look at it. No way. I'm not playing that.
And I've been doing some embroidery and some stitching and stuff like that, but
Yes.
that's my in front of the TV stuff.
I don't watch TV.
I watch YouTube.
Yeah, me too.
I don't watch TV like I used to watch TV. I only watch it in the evenings because
Well,
my eyes are tired of everything else through the day. So
and I do watch the nightly news now. I didn't used to. All growing up, I thought the nightly news was horrible, whatever it was. But now I watch it.
Oh no, I don't watch the news. No, 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 no.
Well, the
I don't
nightly
watch the news.
news summarizes the top 5 stories. So that's what I go for.
Did you hear about the plane crash?
I
Yeah,
did.
yeah, it was sad.
Yeah, that there was. I'm really concerned that there's going to be somebody I know that passed in that.
Well, wasn't it a ice skating team?
Well, there also was 7 of 9 members of a hunting club based in my hometown.
Oh,
Oh,
And there were people from Wichita, Kansas on there too.
oh.
And
well, I will keep my fingers crossed, Jean, that they're all good for you.
well, as far as they know, there's no survivors, so
Yeah.
but I don't know that I know any of them.
Oh no, and yeah, too much crazy stuff happening. And now I just watched, like, I get all the updates for food recalls and stuff, right? Because I used to cater. So now there's 160,000 pounds of breadcrumbs, something like that, that are being recalled. How, like, I don't understand all these food recalls. Well, I do understand it, but there just seem so many lately. So many.
How do they get contaminated breadcrumbs?
That's what I would like to know. Like, I mean, fruit and vegetables, I can understand all these people handling them and everything. I can understand things getting contaminated, being handled like that. But yep, I don't understand breadcrumbs. Unless there's something wrong with the machine and they got metal filings or something in it. That's the only thing I could really think of.
Well, another thing is uh, there's a lot that, like our grain, gets treated in the
Right.
field. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, they don't catch it until after the food's already made using that grain that they sprayed the wrong thing on the grain, for
Yeah.
bugs or whatever. Stuff like that happens. But we're going to have to start going back to our gardens and
Yeah. Well, that's what I said to
people in
Ron.
the city. What are they going to do?
Yeah. It's what I said to Ron. We better plant lots of stuff this year because I'm just not going to trust anything that's in the stores anymore.
My brother and his wife, they go out and work our farm and have a huge, huge garden. In fact, put up a roundhouse for the start plants and stuff. And she's been making things, out of canning and I don't know what all, but they're going for the more natural kind of stuff. And her goal is so they can eat healthy and do healthy things and not have to worry about the chemicals and never have to go to a doctor.
Right. Well, I mean, think about it. We don't know what they're preserving our foods with. Hey, Miriam. Hey, Dan. Nice to see you guys. Welcome, welcome. Um, Oh, I see. And mislabeled for containing sesame. Right. Okay. That makes sense too. Um, but with all the chemicals in our preserved foods, how do we know it's not reacting with our meds?
True.
Mhm.
That's my biggest concern.
Okay, now Jean, what would be your advice that I do for I've got my watercolor down. Now, should I go for the cups, the round circles next?
Yes.
Yes. I draw my round circles on with pencil.
Okay.
And then I don't usually outline them like I just did here. Normally I just do it as I go along, but for some reason I did. So
And then after you do that, you painted around the perimeter of the of
uh-huh.
the cups. Okay. Okay. I'm learning here. I'm in training.
Well, this is an idea we've seen someone else do. So
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But it
That's
works.
fine.
Yeah, that's right.
That's fine.
and
Like,
we definitely take it and make it our own.
yeah.
I had to put in some more circles. It didn't feel balanced. And this time I'm making the circles right away with the pen. So cutting out the middleman.
Barbara, exactly. Like I worked with a young man and he was on 32 different meds. A lot of the meds he was on were to counteract the side effects from the meds he was on. But I did notice that if he was eating certain foods, like with the like cheesies or something with that red food dye, his demeanor would change. He was more aggressive. So
Well,
I
they've
would,
taken the red food dye out now. Didn't
yeah,
you hear
no,
that?
yeah, now they have. But I mean, then it hadn't happened. But definitely, it's trying to figure out what works that's not going to interfere with meds and stuff. They don't take that into consideration, and you sure don't find all that out from your pharmacist. I mean, I actually asked my pharmacist if I could take my allergy medication with a puffer that they put me on, and I could not. So, then you're also limited if you don't know what could be different, you know? I'm always watching for chemical reactions.
They had a thing on the news last night about it was on one of the shows or something that if you're doing your grills, don't do them with metal
The wire
wire
brushes.
Oh,
brushes.
yeah, no, we haven't for years.
Because there was a little kid that had an earache, and he had a wire fr- from cooking a hamburger the wire was lodged in his throat, and it had created an infection, and they had to go in surgically to move it.
Yeah.
And that's probably what causes a lot of colon cancer and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
It can affect.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, some of these squares are popping out, Gene, and some of them are not. It's interesting. Not that I'm going to be following the squares or anything. I'm following the circles.
You will follow some of the squares, I'm sure.
No,
In your doodles?
no, I'm not going to doodle in the squares.
Aren't you going to doodle the whole thing, though?
Well, yeah, I'm going to do the whole thing, but the squares, like I'm not going to say this green square that's really standing out at this here, right there. I'm not going to doodle that. It's
Okay,
still
what
going to be
I'm
going
saying
down
is
into the circles.
some of the area, okay, like the big one where it looks like you can see a square in the middle of it.
This one?
Nope, blue. Over. Maybe it's purple. One more. That one. You sort of see a square in there.
Yeah.
You might, without realizing it, make your doodles around that. You might put that square in the circle kind of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe not.
Well, I think you should.
Yeah.
I think it's my turn to get bossy.
You can get bossy.
Okay.
When did I get bossy? Oh, I know when I got bossy. Yeah, okay.
Which time?
Yeah. Because I told her what we're doing next month. But we'd already discussed it. But yeah.
I really thought we were going to start that today. I thought it was February already.
I know. That's tomorrow. Tomorrow.
And you know what would be cool? Maybe. You have to do it to see if it would be right. You take your big circles that you've got there, 4 of them, or the other page, do it to that, but not do it to that, and do it to a new one, and put your big.
It's hard to
circles
follow
in.
along. I'm sorry.
Put your big circles and have small squares, so that when you had an opening, that the square would fit in it like a stamp. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like square pegs and round holes.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. And just like you got those squares there, the small squares, you could put them close enough to where your circles are going to need to fill in, and do like what you was doing with a different color, or to put the square in,
Yeah.
just to fill in, but it'd be a little different offset.
It would. It could be interesting.
If you follow those circles, you won't get nowhere.
It's like a round to it.
Sometimes that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm sure she could find something else to color.
Maybe.
It all gets colored.
I did pull out some gel pens and try to doodle with gel pens.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it.
No, you can't do the color.
No.
Oh, thanks, Shannon. Yeah, Sherry, that makes a big difference, and even if, like, the people that I supported had to go to the food bank because their funds just didn't cover groceries, right? So the stuff that you get at the food bank, a lot of them had no idea even how to cook it, so, but yeah, food banks, you don't have an option.
We used to have a place up home, and they had it was a it used to be a church, but it turned into a community type building, and they had cooking classes just to learn how to cook, like beans and rice or spaghetti and simple
Yeah.
simple easy meals, and they get these young mothers in there to take these cooking classes, and of course they had a little food closet that they could get their food from.
Yeah, that's kind of what I taught. I worked at an access center in the kitchen and taught cooking for a while, and I made sure that what we were cooking was stuff that people would be getting at the food bank, so that they knew what to do with what they.
Jean, I did. Look what I did.
Oh, look.
Oh.
A happy face.
I think it's going to be one of my traditions that I do one of these slide things and just put a little face somewhere on my page.
There you go.
I
Cool.
think it would be cute.
I agree, Shannon. It's very expensive to eat healthy, and it should be opposite. Barbara Clark asked Eugene why you can't use gel pens on the circles.
I can't doodle in color. I don't know why. I can add white. I even got brand new gold and silver pens, and I'm having trouble putting that in. I just like my doodles in black and white. And I'll go online looking for ideas or inspiration for doodles. And there's all these beautiful colored ones, and everything coordinates, like using the a red on the yellow and the colors I already got. And I don't know. I just can't do it. I don't know why. I've tried, and I'm sure I'll try again, and I will find something where I'm okay with it. But for the most part, I just don't. It's not me, and I love it when I see it. But I don't know. I guess it's because I probably doodled in black pen for. Oh Lord, I can't
Well,
believe
that's your signature. That's what you like to do.
I can't believe I'm going to say this number, but for at least probably 60 years.
I know the feeling. I know that feeling.
Hey, Barbara, I have a question for you. Are they still doing that same 6 Wednesday?
Ah, crap. The what Wednesday?
The same 6 Wednesday?
And what is that? Sounds interesting.
There were 6 people, and they sent 6 items to each person.
Oh.
And then we would make a video using those 6 items to make a
Tanya
project.
McGuire did it, but I haven't seen her do it this year.
Yeah, I knew she had, and I was asking Barbara because I knew she had done it too.
Well, I mean, Beth and Dana and Becca do a tandem 10 where one of them takes 10 items and mails it, 10 to the same items to Dana. And if it was Becca, she would mail it to Dana and Beth, and then they would create out of it online. And everybody's was different.
Right.
Yeah, that's what ours was. Well, I'm glad to know it's just on hold, because it's something I can do now. Thank you, Barbara, for answering my question.
Okay, so once you've got your circles colored in, you spatter it. Jean, did you remember to spatter?
I did.
Awesome.
That tells me you weren't watching me.
No, probably wasn't. Probably wasn't. Oh, I got more paint on my computer screen, guys. Ron came down here the other day. He had a rude comment about my screen. I just laughed. All's good. All's good. That stuff over there is dry already. When in doubt, add water, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's Beth up to? Beth?
Well, I'm just kind of piddling around here, trying to do something cute, but I'm not real sure that it's working, but I'm doing it.
Oh my word, I've got paint running down my computer screen. Oh, we'll just dab some of
A
that
little
up.
bit too heavy-handed on the splatters.
Oh, what have I got on my desk that shouldn't be spattered? Hmm. Nothing other than my computer screen. Your screen's colorful too? Awesome. Beth is coloring in her circles now. She's doing her outlines and getting her
Uh,
circles ready for the
I'm trying
doodle.
to imitate what Jean's doing, but I'm just um, I'm just a few years behind her, in the art world. So, but I have done some things that she's done, and one of them was take the circle
And smudge.
and you put it down on your paper and then you drag it, and that's how I got my little girl's hair, and so I've got that kind of down pat.
Oh.
So she's going to be an icon on my pages now, I think. And I think I did it over here on this one too. I did a smear here and I turned it into a cat. There's a little, but that was a
That,
circle
no, that was an elf. Wasn't that one an
and you
elf?
push it to one side.
No, the blue one was an elf. Do you
And
want to have the steps for this? Okay. We
but
can.
but anyway, I like what I'm doing. And see, this was the first time for me too to do this many doodles on one page. And I just watched Jean and Kim, and you just keep doodling. You don't stop. When you think you're done. See, I had the three jelly beans on this particular square, and then I did a little face, I did a little pixie there,
Yeah.
and then I did the vines, the curly vines. So, and all together is what made it. You know, by itself, the purple beans were boring. So you just keep going, and that's what I'm doing here. And I'm getting a very planet theme feeling here. Stars, and I see planets.
It will change.
It
Yeah.
will change.
Yeah. I
And
always I always think it looks like planets.
then I went ahead and did a little bit of acrylic paint in mine, but it's because I'm mixed media. I got to put some mixed media in it. But I bought the fountain pens, and I bought the ink and the glass pen to do it, and I do like using it. The fountain pen is on my desk, and it's at my hands right here today. But when I sit and doodle by myself, I can get my other pen set out. And I got a beginner set with the glass pens and the ink. And so, yeah, this page here was inspired by another YouTube artist that Kim watched. And she did these pillars. And that's what these represent, are pillars. And then the lady also did a painting at the top that told a different story, and it was like doing two different art things on one page. You did your doodling, and then she did some kind of a painting thing at the top. So this was my story at the top, and I had the little boy climbing the ladder. I put a ladder
Oh,
in
thanks,
it,
Rebecca.
and then I've got some other little things up here. You can tell a little story. I probably need to put a moon up in there somewhere. And then I found this little mermaid, and I said, "Oh, I like her." So here I go with my mixed media. But I love this. I think it's really cool, and I want to do more like that. So, and then I was watching Jean, and she showed us her little village today, and I love it. So I want to try to do something like that, but I ended up doing the circles first. So the next time I do something, I might do the houses, and I know she won't mind me copying off of her.
No, no, no. No,
And
I
it's
did.
just houses, and then I'll do my own doodling in them. It's not like I'm trying to be exactly like hers, but I am trying to imitate uh, her process a little bit. And I found some rulers in my stash here. I've got the curvy ruler that I could do on here, and I got the wavy ruler. I think those are the two, and then this is just a straight. So I got these two decorative rulers, and then I have another ruler that is it's really for tearing your paper, and it tears your paper in a certain pattern. Uh, when you tear your paper, it's a it's a scallop tear, but I could try to maybe even do a line like that in there. I was just getting some things out off my desk, and if you have it, use it, try it, and you never know, it might be something you really really like and you'll want to do all the time.
That is the link to the lady that we are following to
On
do
the
everything.
fillers.
Name is Zen Doodles. Let me just look.
And it wasn't a real long
Zen Art Doodle.
video, so I do advise you all to watch it because you get some really good ideas from it.
So that's her process. And
Yeah.
yeah, so
Yeah.
Zen Art Doodle.
So anyway,
Grab that
and
book
that's the whole reason why I started. This is my second week streaming with Kim and Jean, so that I could improve my doodles. And I'm even interested in making a whole new set of doodle cards, more than what I have already. I've got about 70 cards over there of different doodles, but I think I can do 70 different ones.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Me too. Me too.
And so that would be fun to do. And I got a new book for Christmas from Dana, and it's a Twinchy book.
Yes, Barbara.
And the Twinchy book, it doesn't have very good paper in it, but it's fine for pencils, but not for water. And your gel pens would be fine on this, but not water. This was done with water, and it was a little exercise that Kim had did, and I tried to duplicate it. I like it, but it would be better in this book with the mixed media paper in it. So I printed the Twinchy page off onto some mixed media paper and just made a copy, of it on mixed media paper to play with more Twinchies. So, and Sherry, you don't need to have very
Right.
many colors. You can mix your colors and blend your colors.
Right. Tiaga Journals is the one for the pillars. You're right. But this is Zen Art Doodles, this stuff that we
Sherry, something you can do, and I've been watching a lot of this, and I did it on something, but I'm not really sure what I did it on.
Hey, Carol. Welcome,
It
welcome.
might have been the
I
houses.
didn't get that. Could you try again?
What?
What I've been trying to do, and I've been doing it in my little palette. Um, a plate, a plastic lid, whatever. But start with one color, and then say you're going to pick up the other color. Mix your
You need to
colors.
unlock your iPhone first.
Like the purple and the blue together will make
Right.
a shade. Or
Like,
the purple and the pink, or the pink and the blue.
it's easiest for me to show you on this, and I've seen a lady do it, and I really like it. It- this is for liquid tube paint. So if you've just got the palette, that's fine too, just some kind of surface. But say this is red, yellow, blue. Well, we know what those colors all make, but when you bring it out here to get it wet and get it flowable, and then you're going to decide to make yellow, you just pick your dirty brush and you go into here, and you just keep going. So there's a little bit of like all the colors together, and it gives you a zillion different colors. And I really thought it wouldn't work, but it really does work. That's just me.
Wow, have I made a mess? My screen is pink. Let's make Jean big. Jean, you're big. Oh, center stage. Pardon me. Pardon.
I am big, so it's okay.
Jean's doing solo.
There you go. I just give you a hard time because you know why?
You can.
I
Because you
can.
can. That's right.
Because he's so cute.
So yeah, Becca, if you watch that one that I just posted the link for, she's the one that does this. So you put your watercolor down, however, and then you do circles, you put circles on it, and then you outline the circles with stronger color, not necessarily what is on. You would love to join us watercoloring and doodling. This is our last one this month, and then next month we're doing the junk embroidery, but we'll probably be back to the watercoloring and doodling. So I'll let you know for sure, Carol.
Where you want to put
Or maybe we could just do it one afternoon just for the heck of it. Because that happened too.
I'm pretty game for that. I have room on my channel.
carefully go
I
right?
don't
too.
stream nearly as much as you do, so
Yeah. She'll join us all anytime. Awesome.
Okay.
Come play Sunday with Vintage. Vintage is the clue. Whatever you do with it is up to you. But you're welcome to join us for the Feral Artists on Sunday,
you
Carol.
just made a rhyme.
I know. I'm a poet, but I didn't know it. But my feet show it. They're Longfellows. Channeling my mother now.
I used to say the same thing, or it was said to me. You're a poet and didn't know it, but your big feet show it.
Yeah.
I've never heard the Longfellows, but that explains the whole thing right there.
I'm here, Monica. I'm here. That's kind of where I've gotten to today. So that this is going to end up looking like, aside from it being wet. Find the other ones. We'll just put something on that wet stuff. So then it'll end up looking like this kind of thing with the doodles and the circles and, like that. I know you and Monica have been friends for years. I've been on Monica's channel and played with her on Sunday afternoons once we did that. Yeah. We have done that. So anyway, now I'll probably come in with pencil crayons and shade a bit around the edge to make it a little bit darker before I start doodling on it. Oh, thanks, Barbara.
Okay, you see those two holes?
Yeah.
Can you drill those out for me?
Okay. Oh, you're getting holes drilled?
You don't have to go all the way through, but drill it mostly through.
Yeah.
Okay, Becca, take care, hun. Thanks for coming. Did you get that link I posted?
Bye, Becca.
I decided for February, everybody's doing these challenges. I'm going to put away one item in my room every day. I'm going to put away something off of my desk.
And you can't use it?
I can use it. I just need to put it away. Put things where they belong. Because I'm so crowded over here. I don't have enough room. But everything has a home elsewhere in the room. I just can't have it all around me at all times.
Right.
So it requires me preparing for a stream, then getting out what I need, or I can get up and go and get anything I want if I got it away right. If I do it right. So my challenge for February is to put one thing away, and I've got a card table behind me that's I keep trying to to get down to the bottom of it, but I'm not there yet. I keep piling stuff back on
Just
top
a
of
card
it.
table, Beth. I have an 8-foot long banquet table behind me that is piled probably 2 feet
Yeah.
high with stuff. So I
Yeah.
know that.
And I'm going to do it every day, and I know that I can do more than maybe one. I'll grab two things that go into that corner.
Yeah,
I'm hoping that I will. Doesn't have to be just one, but I'm going to challenge myself for at least one.
that's
And that
cool.
means getting up on a commercial, come running in here, putting something away, and then I can go back and watch my show.
You know, I had it. I haven't for a while, but every time I go to look for something and have to dig through things, I make myself throw. I think the number I used was 25 things away. Now, that could be a broken rubber band, but I had to throw 25 things away.
Yeah, I did that once too. It was 27 things. I was following a lady called Fly Lady, and once a week he would do that. Oh my goodness, Carol, that's a lot of vials. Oh, why do people wear perfume to doctors like that? Okay, this is my desk. Can you see that? My desk is not bad. I cleaned it this morning. But before Carol messaged me to come on with her this morning, invited me on with her and Beth and Ann, my desk was halfway up my computer screen, stacked with stuff because I'm cleaning and looking.
Can I ask you why your marriage certificate would be downstairs in your craft room?
Well, because we were cleaning out the office and it ended up I took a crate of stuff out of the office and it ended up down here for some reason. And the crate is missing. Like it was sitting over beside the bathroom door on the floor for years. And yeah, it's missing. It's down here someplace. Well, it's somewhere in the house. I may have taken it back upstairs, but it's not in the office where it should be, in the filing cabinet.
No, that's perfect.
So I don't know where it is.
That's perfect. That's exactly what I want.
Ooh, wet.
Hey, I'm doing a little bit of a squirrel, and it's something I've been seeing on these reels, on those quick videos, the reels.
Yeah.
And they're always making stuff and doing cute things. And I go, have you seen the bow makers? Where
Yeah.
they have the block. Well, Joe just made me my block.
Cool.
So I got 2 pegs in my block. You
Yeah.
can buy those bow makers, but I just recycled something out of my room, and I've got 2 pegs. And the first thing you do is you lay down your tie string in between the 2 pegs, and then you start placing your ribbons and snippets and things in between the bow, or in between the 2 pegs, and you go back and forth, and you just lay everything down in this little spot, and you double things up, things doubled up, then things go down that, and then by the time you get done, you're going to have a little bow. Have you ever seen them?
No.
Are you serious? Okay. So anyway, I'm making a bow. I've got my 2 pegs, and I'm putting my fibers down. And you can add any fibers that you want. If you want to do a collar scheme, or if you want it country looking, then you would maybe have some country fabric, or something like strips of fabric like this. You can put that in there. Let's see what that is.
Yeah, Sherry, I have.
Scrap.
I'll put a stencil over whatever area and doodle in the stencil.
You can lay that down in there, and you can put this bow in there, and you just sort of push it down, and you make it as big as you want. I usually this is the first time I've done this, so this is really cold turkey here.
We're her guinea pigs.
And so I fold this back over because it's a wire, and I can fold it back, make another bow, lay it down there. Doesn't matter how fluffy it is because you're going to tie real tight with the tie. I've got some yarn, so I'm going to try putting some yarn on there and maybe double it up a little bit like this. And then these ends won't matter because you're going to trim them up at the end. You'll trim the ends the way you want it to look. Got another piece of lace. So I can just put this in here, and you lay it down and go back, and you can go back and forth or roll it up in your hand, or if you want to twist it so that the lace goes to the top, you can twist it a little bit so that the lace goes both directions. Add some more yarn, just like that, back and forth. I like to do my yarn in my hand and do several rounds and lay this down. And let's just pretend that this is the bow that I'm making, and I'm going to take my two ties and tie a knot around the center. It's not going to shift, you see, and you don't have to do anything else to it except just a little bit of finger fluff and cutting your ends off, of course, fixing your ends however you want your ends to do. And then you can tie this onto your box, or put it on your wreath, whatever you want to do it for. Trim those up a little bit. Trim that one off.
That's a very interesting way to do a bow. I mean, I do mini bows on
and it's just 2 pegs in a hole and 2 holes. And they have a board that has lots of other holes, so you can do bigger things on a bigger scale. But I can't imagine doing anything more than this for my bow.
Fun.
But anyway, there's your cute little bow.
Wouldn't that be nice on a journal?
Yeah. And I just threw this together with scraps that I had in this little scrappy bag. But it's a good way to use your stuff up. But I would probably go and match up. Like I've got white and then I got ivory. I would probably do a little better matching and I would not put ivory and white together for
I
vintage.
love ivory and white together.
Okay, well, but anyway, I could match the fibers a little bit differently to your taste. It's to each his own. And then you put another little glue a little button on there, like there. Put a little button on there, and let's see, I've got buttons. But there's your way to make a bow, and you don't have to go and buy anything if you have a drill.
Definitely.
And you could probably use pencils instead of these little pegs. I got a weaving thing out in the garage where I can weave and do like placemats and runners.
Yeah.
And it takes these little pegs, and but a pencil would work. Number 2 pencil and 2 holes is all you need.
Awesome.
And you could probably use cardboard if the box was or a gift box. If you had a little jewelry box, and you put 2 holes in it and 2 little pencils, break your pencil in half, and you have your bow maker right there.
But would it have enough weight? That would be my thing.
Huh?
Because sometimes you need those boxes or things weighed down. That's all I'm asking.
Well, this is a piece of wood. It is hollow inside, and I just said, and you can always duct tape it down. If your box is too light. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. But you're pushing everything down. It's not like you're moving it around. And then when you do your tie, you just tie it real easy and tie a knot in it, and then you're going to take it off, and that's it. Right. And then you can tie this onto your package or your pole or your lampshade or your door. But I just rabbit trail.
Yeah, we do that. Hey, Steph, welcome.
So, and I'm about ready to jump off. I've done all I can really do today. I'm, I've been on the Carol and here, and I liked everything that I've done today. Just need to let it dry some more.
Yeah, mine's still damp, but I'm outlining my circles so that I can just take my pens and stuff upstairs and doodle on it upstairs. Oh,
And
yeah, I've been having a lot of hives and stuff lately. I don't know what the heck that's about.
And the next time you do doodles, shoot me a line,
Okay, definitely.
and I'll do doodles with you.
Awesome. Awesome. Awesome.
I think I'm on to something here.
We could have a doodle day.
I got a doodle bear book.
Yeah.
Yay, Carol likes ivory and white together too.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, I'm going to have to use it too. Look, I got this cute ribbon too. That'd be cute for Easter. Make a bow for my bear.
You haven't even went through yet.
Yeah. Oh, a bow for your bear would be lovely. Absolutely lovely for sure.
I think it would be fun to make it with just all scraps, you know, just
Yeah.
kind of like a tassel sort of, but
Oh, yeah.
So I'm gonna scoot off here, and I thank you girls for having me on. I really
Well, thanks for
appreciate
coming
it.
and playing, Beth.
And I've learned a lot of little detail. And the thing of it is don't stop, just continue.
Yeah.
Because at first I didn't like the circles there. I thought, nah, that's not going to look right. Then I started painting them, and then oh, so it's you just keep going. So the next thing I'll do is let this dry real good, wipe it off maybe, and then I'll get my fountain pen out and do
Oh,
some
for sure.
doodling. But it's wet, so
Yeah. I'm not going to be able to doodle yet, but I'll definitely get my circles outlined.
okay, everybody. I'll see you guys later.
bye, Beth.
See you
Bye.
Sunday. Vintage. Vintage on Sunday.
So,
Oh, yeah. We don't have any carpet in the house. Got rid of that when my breathing took a dive. But yeah, I get the hives that look like I've been beaten with a belt, like they're big welts. And they are just crazy itchy. So whose idea was this for the Lazy Susan that I'm using?
Mine.
I love it. Thank you.
You're welcome. I think I have another pen that's about to die.
Oh, no. Yeah, wooden tile. We've got that laminate stuff. I don't know why we agreed to put laminate in, aside from the fact that it was cheaper than getting hardwood. But laminate is very, very cold.
Yes, it is.
It is brutal on my feet in the morning. And I'm usually barefoot all the time. So, and when my feet are cold, that's usually when I'm not feeling well. So I don't know. I just don't know.
Then I must be dying.
Yeah.
My feet are so cold.
I love the colors in yours. It's funny how mine appears to have the same kind of colors that yours do,
Uh-huh.
circle wise.
Yeah.
That watercolor stuff, obviously. But you can definitely see the little square junk I
I
have.
like that though.
Well, I'm not really going to see it by the time I start doodling, I don't think. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Well, I think you might, because like if you do something open like this,
True.
see all those colors, and that's what I mean, gives it the three-dimensional, and I haven't even taken a pencil to it yet.
Yeah.
I was hunting for something, and this pulled up out of my ink tints,
Yeah.
and there are some ink tints pencils that were in the big set that are pencils,
Yeah.
and not the watercolor ones, I think. I mean, I don't, well, they do kind of bleed a little bit. But this is what I've been using for my shading, and it's like, absolutely the best thing.
Nice.
But some of the dark colors really need some white and some shading.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, thanks, Beth. It was fun. It was. So yeah, the lady that we took this idea from doesn't do shading. I like to shade darn near everything. So I use my pencil crayons that are closest to the color and go around the edges with them.
and I tend to shade with pencil.
Yeah. See, I would smudge that all over the place because I drag my hand when I work, right? I'm not very careful. I think that's why I have a hard time doing charcoal because I'm a mess. I am an absolute mess. Oh yeah, definitely a lot of foods use mold in their making. Never thought about that though,
I never did either.
but that's true. Flour often has mold in it as well.
What does?
Flour.
Oh. Now, those are all things I didn't know.
Cheeses, oh yeah, cheeses definitely. Your work is not sloppy, Beth. Why would you say your work is sloppy? Sloppy. Ugh, can't talk now. Huh. But I mean, yogurt is based on a mold too, right? Like it's sour milk. Oh yeah, a house with black mold. See, we had mold around our windows for a long time because we had wooden window frames. And with the sweating from being cold outside and warm inside, we would get a lot of humidity on the windows. And if we didn't wipe it down all the time, it would get moldy really fast.
My closet that's in the living room, but it's one wall is to the outside of the house, one wall is to the garage, and then the other two are in the living room. And it's got mold on it, and we wipe it and we clean it. And so it just stores games and things. So we're not in
Yeah.
it very often. It's got a rod and we can hang coats in there, but we don't.
Yeah. So is
But
it because it's damp in that room?
I guess, I don't know. But it never goes away. And we're not in there a lot. So far, I don't know. Maybe it has affected us. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I worked in an office that had black mold, and we all got really sick. Like the boss, I didn't work there as long as my boss had, and she has all kinds of issues now. Oh, there was glue on this paper, on this plastic. Well, note to self: don't use your paper, your sheets for glue and protecting between sheets. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with this one. Jean, do you think I should just finish this and do, because this was just watercolor, I didn't use the pencils,
Mm-hmm.
and just finish doodling it in blocks this way?
Bye, Miriam.
Bye, Miriam. Thanks for coming, hon. Sweet dreams.
I'm going to go ahead and fill my whole sheet up.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do with this one too, because I'm really not a big fan of these little square things.
I like it. I like it better than I thought I would, because I struggled for a while, but I did really good on my getting the shading, so that's why I'm going to finish it.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm really tired of this one. I think I'm just going to go back to this one right now.
Yeah, that's okay. Sleeping is important. Welcome, Jen. Yeah, this one I'm not as big a fan of. This is my favorite out of all of them for sure. But I mean, I've been having a lot of fun with these. Like I say, this is my new thing that I'm on a big kick about. These things. I have lots. I find that they're really good for my anxiety, though. They really are. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let me scroll that back. No, not all food mold is dangerous.
Oh, I have a story about mold.
Yeah.
One time, my little brother, right after we moved out to the farm, and he's 7 years younger than me, and he was still pretty little, and he was eating some cheese, and my mom said, "Did you get that cheese? Where'd you get that cheese?" And he told her, and she was like, "That cheese had mold on it." And he says, "Oh, never mind. I can't remember."
Oh
Something
no.
about mold, or somebody said, "Well, they use mold to make penicillin." And he says, "Well, see, then I'm not going to get sick."
Yeah, yeah. What was bad was I worked with a lady whose husband worked in a lab, and they did all kinds of testing. She says he is the worst person to be married to, because if I've got something in the fridge that's moldy, he knows which molds are okay to eat and which aren't. So she said, I don't clean out my fridge, and he'll still eat the stuff if it's still safe. You know it's not safe if he's throwing it out. And I'm thinking, wow. Not sure that I would be telling everybody I work with that I've got critters in my fridge or not. Like, really? You know, I don't know. I don't know. I did have one friend. She was just horribly clean. Like, her vacuum lines all had to go the same way. She had a bit of OCD, but
You think?
yeah, she would come and clean my house. But anyway, she was complaining about this other person having mold. I went to their house and they actually had mold growing on their counter. And I said, well, I've got mold growing on my counter right now. And she looked at me. She says, I just cleaned your counter. I says, the kids are doing a science experiment with mold bread. And she goes, oh, okay. But she was real like, I just cleaned your house. Like, yeah. You know that and my house is not dirty, guys. It might be a little bit cluttered, but my house isn't dirty. But to her, it's just what she did, how she dealt with stress and stuff.
My floors are dirty. I have 2 dogs that drag everything in, and we don't sweep. We rake our leaves up out of the living room and the kitchen and dining room.
Yeah.
My dogs aren't allowed in the house that has carpet.
Yeah. Yeah, I used to have 2 big dogs, and you know, you would have to vacuum every day kind of thing. But yeah, they would drag in everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
In fact, we because they drag in starts in the fall, and they drag in all the leaves that come down. And sometimes if I get up in the morning and haven't put my glasses on, I'm trying to think of, did somebody poop on the floor? Is there a dead creature on the floor? You know, because I can't quite function or see what it is. And, you know, a leaf with the stem laying there crumpled up.
Yeah.
Dead mouse. In fact, I dreamt about dead mice last night. Isn't that weird?
That is weird.
Anyway, we were cleaning out something, and there was like 6 dead mice in there.
Oh.
I don't know where that came from, but anyway, I forgot. Oh, Gary brings in the leaf blower.
Oh, nice.
And then we sweep after we blow out the leaves.
Yeah. No. our dogs, because they were long haired and shaggy, we have willow trees in the yard, and willow trees break down. Always have branches in the yard. So they would bring in pieces of twigs like this long, and it was just ridiculous. Yeah, it depends on the cheese, if how moldy it is. If it's just a little bit of surface mold, yeah, I will cut it off. But
I will too.
if it's pretty deep, like after you take the first layer off, if it's deeper than that first slice, then yeah, no, it's gone. Yeah. Okay. Are you dry enough? For the stick? Okay. Okay, we will finish adding stuff to this one, and then I can finish this one, and I'll be all ready for next week when we start doing junk embroidery, Jean.
Yeah, I'm still gathering.
Me too. What did I gather? What did I grab? Oh, all those from the coffee can seal things.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Because I collect them. Well, I ran them through the embossing folders, so I'm going to use some of this as well
Cool.
to stitch that down. I've got all kinds that I want to stitch down.
I have a project for us at another time. I'm
Uh-huh.
telling you, I found a whole bunch of stuff I didn't even know was back in there in that corner. This is something I made a long time ago. Of course, it's not finished.
Ooh, look.
This is done with fabric.
Mosaic style fabric.
Yeah. And
The glitter sewn.
yeah, it's sewed. Honestly, I'd have to pull out the book to see what I did because I don't remember. I think that I tacked them down with a little bit of a fabric glue kind of thing, but I'm not sure. And as you go, you cover it with, it's covered in net. Really not tool. I don't know. It's really, really fine mesh, but anyway, you do that before you stitch it down because it's hard to see the stitching in here because
Yeah.
but
Would that
you can
tear away or wash away stuff work as well? Oh no, look. I see. Stitching.
see, you can
Okay.
see the stitches I did on it sort of.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's stitched like every 2 rows, and then it's around the whole bicycle, all the parts of the bicycle, and then the flowers were kind of just stitched, to hold them in. So it needs to be put together, and I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I'm not going to throw it away because the amount of time it took to cut those little squares was utterly ridiculous. But I was thinking we could even do this with paper.
We could. I would like to try it with fabric.
Yeah, I'm not into the fabric right now, but I would like to take not so even much a pattern, but I'd like to make little bitty squares of paper and glue them down and make it as a background for something else.
Yeah. Yeah, we could play.
Bye, Carol.
Bye, Carol. Thanks for coming, hon. I will definitely let you know next time we're watercoloring and playing.
But anyway, I've forgotten about this. I have a lot of little quilts that are in process.
I've got big quilts that are in process.
This is another one of my favorite techniques, and I do still remember this.
Oh, I love that too.
This was so much fun because you just stitch. You don't pay attention to what you stitch. There's 1, 2, 3. I think there's 4 layers, but I'm not sure. I should be able to tell right here. 1, 2, 3. 4 layers and a backing. And then you get to go in there with a little seam ripper and rip out layers and layers. And
Ah,
so it's deconstructive in addition to putting it together. And that's
oh, I like that.
this was fun.
That looks like a blast. An
It
absolute-
was. And of course, when I was doing it, I was doing a lot more paper stuff. So I thought, well, let's try this. This one has book pages behind it.
Wow.
Dictionary pages, I think. I'm not even sure. You can see it there a little bit. So it was
Oh.
fun.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, it's dictionary pages.
See, guys, this is what happens. Jean will send me a video and or whatever, and then we go down rabbit holes. This is why nothing gets accomplished in my world.
Okay, now it's my turn to be blamed, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this was my fault. I admit the doodles were my fault, these ones. But
Oh no.
okay, look, Kim's gonna get clean water.
I think we both feed each other.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. So next Friday we're on Jean's channel and we're starting the junk embroidery. Jean, can you put your channel link in? If you don't mind.
Okay.
So it'll be 12:45 Central on Jean's channel. Jean does some absolutely incredible stuff, guys. Like, you have no clue. She just shows you a portion of the stuff she does on here. My word. It is amazing. Her stuff is amazing. It is fun to go down rabbit holes, but sometimes I would actually like to get some projects finished. I'm better. I'm getting better at it. Oh, no. I should put something under that. I am getting better at getting things finished. Not 100%, but I'm working harder at it. I'm trying to do it. Trying to behave.
I hope to get it set up for next Friday sometime this weekend so that it's out there and people know it's coming.
Yeah.
I don't know if you got any of your stuff close, but just to give you all a taste of what we're talking, thank you, of
Shannon.
junk embroidery. So I have this box with some rubber O-rings. What I'm going to use them for, don't know yet. I have this in here to remind me to go grab some puzzle pieces. I have circles of wool. I have a bunch of fabric beads I've made. I have yo-yos, more yo-yos. I have wire-covered yarn. I have some lace. I have some wool circles and half circles, some crocheted bone rings, pencil gripper thingies, more pencil gripper thingies, some circles cut out of paper, and plastic and felt, and some felt balls in all sizes, some buttons, some fabric beads, some beaded fabric beads, some paper beads, some shrinky flowers, some tall beads. This is just what I dug out yesterday when Kim and I were fiddling around.
So what I fiddled around with when we were playing and I was supposed to be cleaning, I got all my shelf liners or drawer liners. You can buy them by the roll at the dollar store. So I cut circles out of these, but like Jean says, they're meshy enough that I can embroider on them if I want to. So I've got like this one, and then I've got these plasticky vinyl thingy, another shelf liner. These are what I use for texture on my gel plate, right? I'm always looking for things to use as texture. So, lots of that kind of thing. And then these are again, another drawer liner or shelf liner. Again, they have holes in it, so I could weave some threads through it or something like that. I've got fabric. I had this. This is like one row of some sort of a doily thing I had. The whole thing is made of these diamond things. So I cut a few strips of that. I've got my foil from the coffee machines that I've done. I dragged out puzzle pieces. I've got some crocheted snowflakes. So yeah, we're going to be adding whatever stuff we find lying around, and we're going to do that. Shannon and I will reply when I am off. Yeah, those diamond things are really cool. Like, it was a really big piece of fabric. Like this. I don't even know. I think maybe it was a shirt or something. I don't even remember. It was something from the dollar store, not the dollar store, the thrift store, but it is fabric. But it makes great tassel things, right? So I'm having a blast with that.
Beth, that was batik fabric.
So we're looking for odd things that we can stitch down.
I actually took a picture of what I was playing with so that I could remember it. I hope I don't do it exactly like this because I want to do it as I go. But this will kind of give you an idea. See if I can...
Yeah, she was stacking stuff up. We chat and play, right? Like in the middle of the day, we just do it on Facebook. Look at that. Isn't that fun? Those are the pencil things, the yellow things behind. And then she's got some of her beads and various. Yeah. It's going to be fun, guys. We're just going to grab a whole bunch of strange things and stitch them down. Because we can.
That's right, because we can. I'm drawing a blank on what I want to doodle. I think that means I'm supposed to stop.
Yeah. Well, we have been on for 2.5 hours, so it could be a good time to call it for the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Beth, for being here. Thank you, Jean, for being here. Love you guys both. Love having your feedback and the playing. Thank you, everybody who has been watching and chatting and visiting and throwing ideas out. It's awesome. Everybody up in the balcony who's watching, thank you so much for being here. And anybody who watches replay, awesome. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, because we can. No, I'm not going to be on my channel next Friday, Jen. We're going to be on Jean's. She posted it a little bit higher up. Let me go see if I can just there. That's where we're going to be next Friday. Actually, we're going to be doing her channel every other Friday. That way it cuts back on my StreamYard hours as well. So, yeah.
Bye, everyone, and thank you so much for coming. I hope you've enjoyed watching us be crazy.
Yes. Thank you guys so much for being here. Hugs to each and every one of you. See you Sunday. We are playing vintage on Sunday. And it should be fun because I'm going to be stumbling all over the place because it's not something I am comfortable with. Hugs to each and every one of you, and thanks for coming. Bye now.
Bye, all.